for all the details.
Nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible. It's time to lift your spirit. And Jill Berlin is here to motivate and inspire you. Welcome to the Jill Berlin Show on Triad Today.
And welcome to the Jill Berlin Show. As always, I am so glad to be here. This really is. I know I say this every week, but this is the highlight of my week. I love coming here and talking to you. And again, none of this would be possible without you. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. And thank you for caring to hear what I have to say. Sometimes I just can't even believe that people are there constantly out there, loving and supporting. And I just sometimes am just overwhelmed with all of the love and support. So one person that is very loving and supporting is here at the station. We've got a ton of amazing people here. Christian Snyder, my producer, Rebecca up at the front. There's so many people. But G Money, he wrote me a Christmas card, and I want to actually use his quote as the positive quote of the day. And this is something that you should live by, I think. I hope you go all the way, live proud, and dream boldly. Don't let the haters and critics put you down. All right, that's a great one, right? Live proud, dream boldly. Don't let the haters and critics put you down. That is from G Money. All right, so something I want to talk about is a question that I'm getting from a lot of folks, and that is, what is going on with health insurance? Well, here's the deal. I don't know, because neither does the government. Basically, what happened is the House is supposed to pass legislation today extending the Obamacare tax credits that, was obviously a big thing for a lot of people. And the Democrats obviously feel like this is a hard-fought victory, something that they were fighting for, and why the government was shut down for so long. And Republicans, some of the freshman Republicans came together, and actually this is why it was able to pass the House and now head over to the Senate. Now, is there any chance of this moving through the Senate as is, and the Senate voting on it, and it goes to the president's desk? No. So the Senate will definitely not pass it as is. This is going to be something where there's going to be a lot of talk. There needs to be bipartisan support for this. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Obviously, the House and the Senate have been working together on this, but the battle continues. So it's still up in the air. It is still something that people are reeling with and dealing with, paying for the cost of health insurance or not having health insurance at all. There's a lot of people I know who are just forgoing the whole health insurance thing. Now, there is an option. All right. So if you are under 65, you don't have health insurance. Here is an option. You can get health insurance for a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, but nothing past that. So you can get what's called short-term health insurance. And the catch is you have to answer some medical questions. Okay. Now, you can get that health insurance, and the medical questions are pretty easy, but no, that's an option. It is cheaper, it's affordable, but it's basically like catastrophic coverage. So if something happens to you, you go to the hospital, you have a cap, you have a max out of pocket that you're going to have to pay. So instead of having to pay $45,000 for an emergency room visit, you're going to pay $15,000 or $10,000. Okay. And then the insurance will cover the rest. Now, here's the deal. If you are one of those people, you can certainly email me, jill@rsvp65.com, and I can absolutely help you with that and get you a quote and send you the application and help go through all those details and see if that's something for you. And if you are one of those people who want to do that and then get on the marketplace, that's kind of a way to ride the wave out while, the government is figuring out everything that's going on. So ride the wave with some short-term insurance so that you are covered in case there's some random accident or something happens. You're not going to pay an arm and a leg if you hurt your arm and your leg. Okay. Pun intended. Now, let's talk a little bit about Medicare. So I have some people coming to me saying, I don't want to be on this plan. I have, buyer's regret and I want to get on something different. Not a problem. You can actually do that. So there is special situations where you are able to change plans. You can change your Medicare plan. Now, why is this not, talked about? Why do not a lot of people do it? Because a lot of times the government and brokers like myself, they want to make sure that everything is done by the end of the year so they don't have to deal with it in January. But there's actually, again, there's my phone. It's probably someone calling to change their health insurance. Just kidding. All right. So sorry, I'll turn that ringer off. Anyway, the long and the short of it is there's workarounds there too. And this is what I tell people when I meet with them, whether I'm talking about financial planning, whether I'm talking about health insurance or life insurance or annuities, there are always options. The best thing to do is to arm yourself with information and then make the best decision. All right. So with Medicare, you can make changes too. All right. So you are allowed to change your Medicare Advantage plan once. It's got to be before March 31st, but you can change that. Another thing that you should do is if you move zip codes, you have to change your Medicare Advantage plan because it's got to be updated. Let's say you have Medicare or Medicaid and you get extra help. And then all of a sudden that status changes. Well, that would not be surprising considering the fact that the federal government is putting all of the Medicaid costs on the state government, and the state government doesn't have money to afford to give extra help or give all this Medicaid money. So a lot of people are getting those letters saying you don't and you can't have Medicaid anymore. So a lot of folks are having me read these letters. I have read more Medicaid letters this go round than I have ever. And basically what I tell folks is they want to know, am I eligible? Am I not eligible? And a lot of folks who are questioning that need to get clarification. And the reason is because you can get penalized if you are on Medicaid and you're not supposed to be on Medicaid. And it's up to you to do your due diligence. It's not the Medicaid's job. It's not the Medicaid's office because they are backlogged. They can't keep up with it. And then what ends up happening is there's retribution for you not doing your homework. So do your homework, find out. And if you're not sure, email me, Jill@rsvp65.com, and I can help you. And so something else I have people do is they'll say, well, they said I don't qualify for Medicaid. Should I try and refute that and try to get back on it? And I tell them, you need to just do the right thing at the end of the day, because that's insurance fraud and there can be a lot of penalties for that. Not only that, but anything that's like written confirmation is always a good thing too. I had a guy who actually was signing up for health insurance and he got a letter saying he was eligible for Medicaid. And should he get on that instead? Because, is there more benefits? And because he's like right there in that like fine line of things. And I said, that's up to you. Let's look at your situation. So we went over all his details. We went over everything. And at the end of the day, he said, I really don't want to be on Medicaid. And I said, perfectly fine. Here's the deal. You need to call them. He's like, I'm going to just call and cancel. And I said, don't only call and cancel. Make sure you also get a letter and tell them, I would like you to send a letter confirming our conversation. Always get it in writing, right? It's never, ever inconvenient for someone like that to ask for them to get it in writing, because first of all, that's their job. And second of all, it's just extra documents to have on hand. Christian, you look like you have something to say about that.
Oh, I was just letting you know that we've only got a few more minutes left in this segment, but Yeah, getting documentation is always best, especially if not only for insurance purposes, but if you're doing something with your home, like if you have a claim that you need for, a home repair or something like that, or you're buying a new home and your inspector says, "Oh, you don't need a new water heater because it's still in warranty." Well, you still need to get your hands on that warranty just in case a year from now it does break and you're like, "Hey, I have a warranty." Well, the person will come and say, "Well, okay, show it to me." So yeah, paperwork is always good.
Always good. Always good. All right. So here's the deal. Something else that I talk a lot to folks about is their income for retirement, right? Some people feel like they have saved enough. Some people feel like they haven't saved enough. Some people are finding out that their term insurance is now ending and should they renew it? No. And some people are realizing that they should have had a Roth IRA the whole entire time instead of a 401k. Something else that people ask me a lot about is annuities. Now, some of the other common concerns is, will my savings last 25 to 30 years with an annuity? How can I protect against market volatility? Can I cover essential expenses without, sacrificing my lifestyle goals? And, some people say that annuities are good and some people say annuities are bad. Which one is right? Both. Both of them are right. So basically, if you understand with annuities, there's indexed annuities and there are fixed annuities. I do not deal with indexed annuities because that does fluctuate with the market. So it may go up, it may go down. I don't think that is, there's better ways to invest. I'll just say that. Fixed annuities, what's great about that is it's kind of like the tortoise and the hare, right? This is a tortoise plan. This is a tortoise retirement plan. So you are safe. It is a safe bet. It's not going to go up extremely high. It's not going to go down extremely low. It is just safety to get you across the finish line, to help make sure your money keeps making money, and to help you continue to have another form of income in addition to that Social Security check that you're collecting every single month. Now, all of this stuff is really confusing, all of it. So if you want to talk and meet with me, Jill at rsvp65.com, we can just break it down, all of it, a holistic financial planning situation with what's going on, trust, wills, estate. I have dealt with all of this, and it's not fun to meet with me and cover all these things, but I will tell you what I tell my clients. When you're done talking to me and we get everything together and organized into one file, you will feel so much better and you can just check me off your to-do list. We're done. We got it figured out and now I'm set and all my loved ones are taken care of. So important to do, not fun to do, but important to do. And if you think it's fun, ask my husband. He will tell you it's not. All right, stay tuned. We've got more coming up for you on the Jill Berlin Show.
Stop doom scrolling. Start smart listening with WSJS and WSJS.com. From Winston-Salem to High Point to Greensboro, we're the Triad's go-to for real conversation.
Let's go.
Dive into the latest hot takes, cold facts, and witty debates designed for the curious mind and delivered with flair. Stop doom scrolling and start tuning in. Keep your ears where they belong. WSJS. Embrace fresh conversations.
Let's go.
Stop in today at Biscuit King in High Point and Lexington. Biscuit King has delicious lunch specials daily. And you could get it at 5 a.m. if you'd like. Full breakfast and lunch menu served all day.
Biscuit King, home of the good Normus biscuit.
Ow!
Sweetie, come here. Don't worry. I see a lot of patients with the exact same thing.
Ever since the ice skating rink went in next door,
Or is it more than
Dr.
me?
Clark's business is heating up.
So many patients need my help. How will I find time to see all of them?
They need to hire a scheduler, stat.
I need Indeed.
Indeed, you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe